Does that countdown mean the missiles are launching? What was that?
Hey everyone, we are live from EPCOT at Walt Disney World. Well, Jeremiah is at least. I am Mac, coming to you live from Laughing Place HQ, where you just saw that missile launch command a few seconds ago. But yeah, Jeremiah, what's going on over at EPCOT today?
Well, we're just kind of here. Today is the kickoff of AP month, which, makes a lot of sense on the 31st of May. Sure. But we came over, and if you check back in a little bit, there will be an article up on Laughing Place about the AP area, which we'll try to swing by and give a look at. I know the one thing that will excite you about it is when you go in, they give you this little sticker. I'll show you the sticker in a second. But you also then get a choice of either cookies and cream M&Ms or, Cookie Crunch M&Ms.
Okay.
Or Zarg Nuts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to make my way over there.
So this is what they give you when you walk in. And really, I thought, wow, the magnets have gotten really small. But it's a sticker.
Yeah, that is the same exact design as the new passholder magnet, correct?
Oh yeah, it is exactly the same. And I was like, what? Okay, sure. And I just kind of walked out, and then I made my way over to World Discovery over here to take the photos of really what I was planning on coming up over here for anyway, and then it just happened to work out for a walk and talk. And then I saw the magnet line, which you would think that they have a limit of 1,000 magnets, and every single person has to get them today with this line.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll pick ours up in a few weeks. After that dies down a little bit.
That's exactly. I looked up like, oh, the line's not too bad. Then I walked up, and it crosses over the walkway and goes back. I think it reaches to, American Adventure. So other things that were really cool that as I walked up, I noticed this wall.
Nice.
Yeah, this is just a great wall.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and, no notification, no nothing. They just put it up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did they say anything? Do we know the artist or anything? Or is this just...
No, there is no signature, no nothing. And
interesting. Well, it's really cool. June is, of course, Pride Month as well. So, oh, yeah, so it is painted on there.
Yeah, this is not just like a cheap sticker. It was...
Yeah.
No, and, again, small little things like that make the park, you discover new things. And it just works because you're in World Discovery here.
As Austin points out, it's the EPCOT Center.
Austin, it has not been the EPCOT Center longer than it has been Epcot.
That I think I followed you on.
So it was Epcot Center from 1982 to 1994.
Mm-hmm.
A total of 12 years. Epcot has been around for over 40 years.
Right.
That's, I'm a lover of the original names, but at the same time, proper nomenclature was pounded into my head quite a bit when I was a cast member. So,
but for those of us who don't have to write out the actual name 100 times a day, you can call it whatever you want.
Yes. So we'll look down this walkway, the creation shop. The guests on the left are for the magnet. We're not going to walk all the way down because then I have to walk all the way back and it just gets backtracked all over the place. Magnet distribution.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we'll walk down and then we'll cut through the store and back.
There you go.
So that's the door to get your Figment magnet, which is a normal size, Disney Parks magnet.
Now, but is it real or is it just a figment of your imagination?
Tony, get off the live stream.
see a guest walking by with one of the pieces of merchandise from the new Jurassic Park tribute store, actually.
Yes.
For Universal.
Yeah, so this is the end of the line for this side, and then this is the start of the line for this side.
Oh boy, is this going all the way over to the land?
It's not. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it's
okay,
bad,
there's the
but
end right there. Okay.
yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's still okay. They're still going. There he is.
Yeah,
all right,
there's the end of the line. Yeah. No, that isn't too bad. And since we are just, it's moving fast since it is just magnets. Let me know if I start to lose anything in here because I am cutting through the store.
So far, so good. Any new merchandise we should be aware of? Oh, 30% off Flower and Garden already.
Yes, but just Spirit jerseys as of
Yeah.
now. But yeah, we'll start to see the merch lines start to become discounted. No, there really isn't. I mean, the Pride merch has come out,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the latest line. Which they have a shirt over here that I just love. I mean, it is classic Disney and
very cool.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just so nice. It's one of the big difference between some merch lines and some other merch lines are, like this one, it's that big fuzzy letters.
Right. I do like that shirt.
Yeah, it has a lot going on.
Yeah.
Also.
Yep. It's one of the first things that stood out to me.
Yeah.
X-Men logo in there.
Ooh,
we got some Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man 2099.
Very cool. I actually saw that over in Hollywood Studios recently too. So
that is Spider-Man 2099. Like, they haven't touched that on merch and that I can ever remember. So,
no, well, yeah, Spider-Verse is going to open up some different doors for sure.
Yeah. And I forget Spider-Man 2099 is pretty much the villain for it. So.
Yeah, or at least from what we can tell.
Yeah.
I will say, too, I may or may not have some Hasbro products for that movie that you might see on the Laughing Place YouTube channel in the near future.
I don't need any more Spider-Man. Actually, I need all sorts of Spider-Man merchandise. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. The World Discovery over here, the primary colors are orange and white. And other than the trash cans and the, whatever we want to call it this week, food cart, the breakfast
brunch
box.
Cot?
Yes, brunch cot. Thank you. Nothing has really stood out as, hey, we're going to tell that it's World Discovery because of the colors. But wait, that changed now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I saw this first one a while ago. It was just a subtle, like, hey, we're just going to change the paint. And then now it's definitely evolved into, you can tell where you are. The placemaking, as the kids call it, is evident.
Off topic real quick, did you get yourself a boarding group today?
I did not.
Okay.
No.
Was that because you forgot, or was that a decision not to?
It was more forgot.
Okay,
but
yep, that's always the case.
At the same time, just like when we did Tron the other day, Guardians, it's great when you get the boarding group, but then it's another, hour after you get the boarding group and after it's been called that you're finally on there.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Guardians, the pre-show is just long. But again, the ride is the best. Anyway, Joffrey's has changed their color scheme to the orange and white. So that was the first one.
Now, I have to ask you again real quick. You're calling that color orange?
It is orange.
Okay.
It is orange.
Red.
Okay, I've got red also, but it is I'll go with the burnt sienna.
I heard the immediate rejection of that one. Yeah, I would say it's red, but yeah, it's fair. It's, you know, you can go with whatever you think it
Okay,
is.
hang on. Let's see. What color is that flower? Because it sure does look a lot like that.
Yeah.
See,
And welcome to Colors with Laughing Place. This is our new show.
No, I say it is red, but some of the colors are much more on the orange or burnt sienna side. So this was a newer one. They completely redid this Vacation Club booth. So they have, outlets down there on the benches. The back map has different DVC locations. And then, of course, there's a QR code to sign up if you want to join DVC, as well as a spot for a cast member.
I was going to say, is there even a cast member there? I didn't see one.
There is not. I know that they have them at times, but there was not one right there. And just an update, the Play Pavilion has not opened.
Okay, thank you for that update.
I know that is
to share that information when it does. Surprisingly, just open on us one day.
Yes, actually, I think it probably will. No, when I was walking at one point, I did hear, somebody discussing how. Okay, the color, according to Google.com, I think this is a new website or something. Burnt sienna, a deep red brown.
Yeah, I don't see brown in that color you got there.
I'm going orange. So this is really the number one reason why we are here, is to look at this cool station. This has been a long-standing location, and now they've completely redone it, so it no longer has a test track car out here, or did have a test track car. And the only things that are available are the frozen slushies, the frozen Coca-Cola, the Fanta banana.
How about with caramel and blueberries? That sounds like an interesting combination.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the caramel in there, but the rest of it sounds good.
See, I think the caramel could be pretty good.
I think if you do the caramel or the blueberries, I think it could work, but I don't know about both.
And the frozen Coke is $5.25, and the Fanta banana is $6, which in theme park world, not too much.
Yeah. Also interesting that one is more expensive than the other.
Well, caramel and blueberries do cost $1.25.
Can't you get the Coke with toppings though as well, don't you?
I don't know.
At least in their original post when they announced the opening of the refreshment station there, that you could get toppings on each one.
Well, I do love Fanta banana, because that is my number one go-to whenever I'm at Goofy's Kitchen or Goofy's Candy Company at Disney Springs, is the banana.
I've never tried it, so I'm excited to get over to EPCOT and try that pretty soon.
So now we're going to walk into the Citrus Blossom, home of the Orange Lemon Smoothie and the souvenir Orange Bird Sipper Cup that didn't sell out right away, no matter what the 3-hour wait for the opening day said.
Now, Flower and Garden's been going on for quite a while. Have you tried a lot of the food and drinks?
Every now and then I will just grab something, but
they're full of energy.
I am not a picky eater, but I also don't spend the money on something just to try something.
Okay.
If it looks good, I will usually grab it. But if it's just a, hey, here's a, try a $7 slice of this random thing with this random thing, I'm always like, let's see.
Ooh, what do we have here?
This is a Kyle and I favorite, the Magic Band Plus. It is still lilac.
Well, when you said Kyle's favorite, I expected it to be Orange Bird, but
I would like to point out that they finally added. Oh wait, this. Oh yeah, it is the Figment Magic Band Plus. They finally added that to the price board there.
okay.
But yeah, for the first while, I know it was the first day. I looked at every single possible sign to try to find how much that Magic Band Plus was, and nothing had it on it.
Sorry, I was just laughing because for the first while it wasn't there, but as we know, we are now in the second while.
Yes.
So.
No, we're closer to the third while.
We are nearing the third while for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely. I would say the third while is hit.
Michaela says, confirmed the Fanta Banana thing is my new favorite treat. The Fanta Banana thing. I love it. Yeah, I need to get over there and try it.
Oh, I'm kind of stalling, so hopefully I can try some of that. But
in the meantime, I will say the Citrus Blossom booth here, I've tried almost everything on this menu, and it is really, really good. Ooh. Oh, so is there caramel blended in there?
Yeah, it's caramel ribbon. Okay, hang on, I'm going to do this. Ooh, that is very good. It is not as rich and strong as the banana, and the caramel takes some of the sting off of the banana.
The sting of the banana?
You know how there's always that.
I get what you, with the like artificial banana taste. Yeah, yes. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of just levels down. Of course, the blueberries on there are absolutely pointless. There is no reason.
Yeah, you're not tasting that
blueberries.
Right, of course. You have to eat it with a spoon. Yes,
exactly.
Kyle has some math for us here too. Oh, hang on, the wrong one. This one here. 1 while is also approximately 25 mbops. So.
No, I feel that is far too low, the mbops.
Kyle also says of the Fanta Banana, it's not too rich and strong, much like myself.
Oh, hang on. We got to get this just pretty view over here.
Sure. So, hi, Tyler. Happy Wednesday.
You could just sit here for the next half hour.
Richard is on board with the Fanta Banana.
It is definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to go try it out. I think I'll be at EPCOT next week at some point.
I got on as a single rider. Yeah, the caramel.
You can say caramel if that's how you prefer.
Yes, the caramel definitely adds a little bit of a different feel to it. Like, I am so used to the banana from the Goofy Candy Company that is very strong artificial banana flavor. Yeah. So having the caramel and that mixed together works out very well. And something I'd like to point out, we are the second unofficial day of summer, and this park isn't that bad.
Yeah, well, we're now just off of the holiday weekend, so it seems like it's thinned out a little bit. Although Magic Kingdom on Memorial Day wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit more crowded. I mean, it was still busy. Wait times were still fairly long for some of the attractions, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I'm guessing if we looked at Frozen Ever After, we're probably 75 to 90 minutes still. Same with Soarin' and those, but I know yesterday when I looked later in the afternoon, Soarin' was at a 15-minute wait, and almost everything was 20-25, with the exception of course, of Frozen and
Sure.
one of the other attractions that was down. But
Was Remy's longer?
yeah, I think Remy's may have been an 85.
Okay. I want to point out Kyle's comment again. Coming this summer to the Central Florida Banana Wars, which coincidentally is also the name of the next Avengers movie, I believe.
It is.
Jeremiah, how do you feel about the idea of banana-flavored popcorn?
See, I don't eat popcorn. It is not something that I've ever wanted, but I will definitely try the banana-flavored popcorn.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that when it comes to Universal Studios Florida.
Which, again, just like the Play Pavilion, could literally open any day now with no advance notification.
Might be a slightly different situation there, but
yeah. The troll has gotten a trim.
Troll trim. I love that the troll is still here because you got mostly like the IP topiaries around Epcot, but still got the troll there. There's still a few more, obviously. There's still the dragon over in Japan.
Yeah, the butterflies.
Mm-hmm. They have the pandas are over in China, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can definitely do a flower and garden tour. Oh, you know what we haven't done on a live stream, because I believe the last time I was here was the day before they removed them.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Look, there's nothing there.
Clear view of swan and dolphins. And
yeah. Well, I can see the Skyliner, and I can see... I am wondering if they are going to keep the smaller barges out there for whatever the next show is to connect, because those were the gas and electric and all that stuff.
Right.
But
yeah, I would imagine they need something out there.
Yeah. But again, we have no clue when Illuminations 100 will be announced or appear. Illuminations 100, trademark pending.
Now, do you work the 100 somehow into the... Would that work out? Did you work that into the word Illuminations? I don't know. I'd have to write it out.
Oh, I'm sure that they could figure out some way to put in Illuminations. You know, it's like Montezuma's Revenge. Illuminate. I know. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem too bad. Still a lot of construction for the removal of the Harmonious barges.
Now, have you watched Epcot Forever since it came back?
I did. I saw it not too long ago. I enjoy Epcot Forever. It's just funny that when Epcot Forever debuted as the interim show, I was like, it's okay. It's the music is a little lopsided. They do a great job pulling on the heartstrings of the Epcot Center fans,
Right.
But then ending it with a whole new world.
Yeah,
it's just, but I also enjoyed the kites, so that was something that added a lot to it. Watching it again, which they removed the kites before it appeared a second time, and this is like the third time. It's a cute show, but it's not a proper kiss goodnight, I feel.
I agree. I haven't actually even seen the whole show, and when I did, what I did see of it, they didn't have the kites, so I never really got to experience the whole thing. There's the pandas.
Yes. No, it'll be interesting to see if whatever the permanent, semi-permanent, however they're going to call it, show that is taking back over the lagoon, if that gets announced this summer and then we get it for around October 1st, or when Destination D is also in town, which if we don't hear it before then, we'll definitely hear it at Destination D.
Right.
But I do kind of feel like, well, October 16th is the 100th anniversary. My brain is working correctly, which probably isn't. So, could we see it on October 1st for the anniversaries? Yes. Will we see it by October 16th, 17th? Kyle, can you correct me, please? I would almost guarantee that will be a major event out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see the 100th, the Disney 100 celebration coming to EPCOT, which all we have right now is later this year. That's why Jeremiah's kind of speculating here. But yeah, October, I would expect to see some of that celebration coming.
Let's see. The Village Trader is still not open.
Oh, I should point out real quick, behind you at the refreshment outpost, they have a special flower and garden.
Corn?
There's a cream soda float that was really, really good. I was just very thrown off by it because the soda was red, and I was very confused. It was I think it's a tangerine ice cream.
Wait a second. Oh, and as I turn around, I feel a drop in my head.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it does look like it's threatening rain there.
Oh, yeah. No, as I was pulling in, it was very much like, just wait for it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the refreshment outpost here. Sorry, I got to it a little bit. You were already well past it when I brought it up. But, yeah, special flower and garden offering over here.
The ice cream float.
Yep.
Tangerine soft serve ice cream and cream soda. So in South Africa, Sparberry, Sparletta, which used to be part of Club Cool, their non-caffeinated drinks. Here, the Sparberry was green. No, it was red, and then they had a cream soda that was green. So when you said there was a different color, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, the chorizo and potato empanada sounds very good.
That does sound really good. That's just a normal menu item, right?
It says Flower and Garden, but I want to say that it has been here before. I do feel like at some point we need to come back and just do and eat around the world.
I mean, I'm not against trying a few things.
I know. Yeah, thankfully, rain, doesn't seem like it's going to hit anytime soon. But again, we are in Florida, and as soon as we cross over to Germany, we could be in the middle of a downpour. And as any good Disney fan should have...
There you go. Is it a Disney umbrella?
It is actually a Coca-Cola umbrella.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah. It's nice and, easy for two people. And I enjoy when I have it open and watching people that I don't know walking very close to me.
By the way, I did pull up the menu for the refreshment outpost at Flower and Garden. It is just the ice cream float, the pineapple skewer, and then a few alcoholic beverages. So that empanada is going to be there. I mean, we don't know how long it'll be there, but it's not part of the Flower and Garden menu. So if you miss Flower and Garden, you can still potentially go try that out.
Let's go look at the fairest of all, which I know at this point, Doobie is very sad he's not on this live stream.
I was going to make the joke that I didn't realize Doobie was in EPCOT.
Yes. Her dress, especially her poofy sleeves, look very much more redder.
I would say much more oranger. I can feel that radiating, that energy coming from the video.
Let's talk about bananas, shall we? Oh, I don't like popcorn, but every time you walk by this pavilion,
Oh, the smell is
yeah,
just. Oh, you're talking about the caramel corn, though.
yes,
Yeah.
We already looked. We know.
Yeah, the smoke coming out of there is.
okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, it really is just a beautiful day. Oh, speaking of beautiful days, hey, if you want to plan a vacation anytime soon, especially starting January 9th, 2024, when they're going to have a Disney dining plan, we would suggest MEI Travel or Mouse Fan Travel. They are the same. Our good friends over there, they can help you understand this very confusing time of the dining plan. I was looking at it today. It's for one table service, one quick service, a snack, and the refillable mug. How much is it per day, Mac?
Per day?
Per day.
Oh, I honestly, I have no idea where to even begin with that.
$95 per day for a table service, a counter service, a snack, and the refillable mug.
I mean, hey, I can get my money's worth out of that for sure.
See, I was thinking that as like, it's hard to try to find a good table service, especially when it's dining time. So that's why you should definitely go with our good friends over at MEI Travel, because they can take care of all that heartache for you.
Yes, absolutely. And they are also just smarter people than me and Jeremiah, so they can explain all of these things much better than we can.
No, and then the other option for the dining plan, which is the quick service, it's 2 quick service, a snack, and then the refillable mug. I want to say it was $57 a day.
For 2 quick service meals, a snack, and a refillable mug?
Yes.
That sounds like a steal, actually.
That was much more on the side of the, I would go that way.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the table service, you can get some really, really great restaurants around Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
But like you said, you got to try and get the reservations as well. But if you can, then either one of them sounds like a pretty great deal. Now, of course, it's, I'm talking about for myself. It sounds like it would work really well. When you're talking about a family and you have little kids who maybe don't eat as much, then it's, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, and those are the adult prices. There are children prices. Sure. But no, as somebody pointed out, it's a nice way to just have your vacation already paid for almost every step of the way.
Right.
So when you pre-book and you put on those dining plans, you got that right there, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I can remember when I did the dining plan, I think I figured out I did it twice back in the day, and on that last day, just how many Rice Krispie treats can one person hold in their hands? What time is it right now, Mac?
It is 2:34.
Oh, well, we missed the voice delivery. But that's okay. That means we can just keep walking and enjoying everything.
What's the next performer at the Garden Rocks concert series?
It looked like the Champagne Orchestra.
Okay, sure.
That's exactly.
Have you gone and seen any of the concerts for this series?
Not really. Garden Rocks isn't my favorite. I think I've given up on most of the concerts here. They're all very good, talented shows, but there are certain shows that I'd be like, yes, I would love to go see that. Those are normally the days where I can't go see that.
That's fair. Yeah, we came and watched Blue Oyster Cult, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you get some of the classics. It's always fun. June 2nd through the 5th, though, could be a time to come for
Who's that?
A true one-hit wonder, Plain White Tees. I did see them a few years ago, and they put on a great show. But
I have a bone to pick with Plain White Tees. They were our concert. I don't remember if it was my senior year or one of my years in college. They were supposed to be our concert on campus, and they bailed on us the day of. And so the next day or the next Monday or whatever it was, the headline in our school newspaper was Plain White Tees, but TEASE. So.
There's the Pulitzer right there for that one.
I love it. Kyle voicing his disappointment for not getting to see Voices of Liberty.
2:15 would have been the time. So,
if you are missing Voices of Liberty, you can check out some of our videos on the Left Place YouTube channel.
Yes, we definitely have some on there. Actually, I think it was a year or two ago today that I uploaded at least one of them because I looked at my photos. I'm like, wow, I have a lot. Oh, yep, I was videoing them.
Currently heading into one of my favorite places in this park.
Yes. Just because it's such a fun store.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like there's always new stuff in there to check out, and you never know what to expect.
And you can tell nobody's playing DuckTales.
It's also one of the rare places in Walt Disney World where you can go and find a bunch of characters that aren't necessarily Disney properties. Yet, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, we even have, like, definitely some that may have a home at a park down the 4.
Bunch of Hello Kitty there. There's always a lot of Pokemon stuff, as you can see.
Yeah. Oh, they actually had a construction wall up over here for a while, and that's down. Just kind of opening it back up. I don't quite understand this, but sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of the Studio Ghibli stuff you can see too. Pikachu's not for sale.
Just a random giant Pikachu giving a peace sign. No plush, no nothing around.
Kiki and Luca would like to thank you for doing this.
I am very happy to do this. Nope, somebody's getting a pearl.
Uh-oh.
Which, this is something that I think we missed the return of. For the longest time, they didn't have this, and this was all kind of boarded up and just a shopping area. And then they brought back the pearls at some point in the past year.
Yeah, it was at least a few weeks ago because we were there at the beginning of May and we saw that it had reopened. So
yeah, I want to say it's been quite a few months.
Okay.
But again, it's one of those like, hasn't it?
Right.
This is something that I stumbled on last time I was here. They took what used to be the jewelry area and kind of dedicated it to the Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month display.
Very cool. Which was the month of May.
Yes. And they showcase, assistant manager in the merchandise store, associate. And it has like details about the cast members, some of their favorite foods.
That's very cool. Nice way to, sort of highlight the great cast members that work here.
Yeah, because they aren't Disney cast members. So it is definitely a good way to give. You can't really see this picture, but it definitely printed off of a low-res photo. Yeah, it talks about the Japanese gardens. One of the only places you'll ever see anything about Yoko. Yeah, and they, just, hey, we have this empty area, let's try it.
Very fun.
Now, here's a question for you, Mac. Do you wear the socks with the toe separated?
I can't do that. I would absolutely, if those were just normal socks, I would absolutely wear those, but I can't do the separated toes.
Yeah, we would never be good ninjas.
Right, that's why, because of the socks.
Yes. Hey, if you have to wear the socks, I'm out. And of course,
It's not as difficult for Ninja Turtles, though, because their toes are already like that.
Exactly. And pizza.
Well, sure.
Gonna try to work my way out of here a little bit quicker because I know I'm hitting that point where it's like very close to losing it.
Yeah, so far the signal's holding up all right. We need to come in here, me and you, Jeremiah, and we need to do a video like we did for Salt and Straw and just try a bunch of the snacks they have in here.
I would be all about that.
That would be a fun video, I think.
Here, let's see if we can do anything in. We'll walk into the toy area.
The Hawaii exhibit they have in here?
Yes. Just really for one main reason, and that's to attract about 1 million more viewers to our live stream.
This is a really cool, like, sort of hidden gem in EPCOT, by the way. This is a lot. There's a lot of really cool stuff to see in here. You got all of the Stuffy and friends up there.
Yeah, and it's just, interesting merchandise from Japan and interesting artifacts. And, having been lucky enough to make it to Japan once, and I actually traveled around and saw some of the interesting shops. It is the stuff here isn't, they just grabbed the weirdest stuff and put it in here. Nope, it is everywhere. Including...
Kyle has a recommendation for us to get that video started. Yeah, I love this display of the room here, like what it looks like with all of the stuff in there.
Yeah, the Sailor Moon toilet paper, the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes with Hello Kitty cosplaying as Tony the Tiger.
Love the Pikachu tea kettle and mug.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Tokyo Disneyland popcorn buckets, of course, with Duffy and Friends. The bento box that is Tippy Blue is one of those things that I love, because Tippy Blue is one of the Duffy and Friends characters that nobody ever knows about. Now, here's a trivia question for you, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name all of Duffy and Friends over there?
No, I can give you a lot of the names. I don't know which one is which. I do know the turtle is Olumel.
Correct.
I know we've got Cookie Ann. She's the dog on the right?
Correct.
One of them is Gelatoni.
The cat with the beret, yes.
There you go. I think I'm tapped out there.
Well, you kind of know the two in the middle, right?
Well, Duffy.
And Shelly Mae.
There you go, yes. Okay.
And then next to her is Stella Lou.
Oh,
Purple Bunny.
That's Stella Lou. Yep.
And then...
Which one are we still missing?
The fox. And I had to fly across the country. I don't remember the name.
Lena Bell.
There it is, Lena Bell.
Lena Bell, okay.
Yes. And then up there is, you can't really see because of the reflection, but there is a Tippy Blue. There you go.
Oh,
which
cool. Okay.
was just a keychain, but was a member of the family.
Only a keychain.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's, again, this merchandise, and it is a whole different world.
Yeah. That being said, whatever they were to bring over to Walt Disney World, they would absolutely sell.
Yeah, which, it's been a while since we were on the Wish when I believe Alex was talking to some of the merchandise people, and they had said that Duffy and Friends was going to relaunch in America, but we've not seen hide nor bear hair of that showing up. So hopefully that's still something that's in the plan. Because I do feel like there's enough built up anticipation for Duffy and Friends to kind of hit the market like they did. The first time they came out, they weren't hugely popular, but I think also they oversaturated Duffy.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I would love to see them make a return to the U.S. parks.
I mean, it seems like Olumel does pretty well over in Holly. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much they're selling of it, but
yeah.
There's always new stuff in there.
Well, all the Olumel stuff is because of Alani.
Mm-hmm.
And Alani attracts, Hawaii attracts a huge number of Japanese guests. So it does just kind of do a carryover.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully at some point we see a return of a cute bear and definitely a bunny.
I have a request here, not from anyone in particular other than myself, but can we just check out the sort of sound garden they have over to the left in Japan here?
Oh, absolutely. I love this area.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite additions for Flower and Garden this year. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and they used to have this, at least one out here for a long time, even not Flower and Garden, but then it just, went away. It is interesting to watch. So the water spout for this one seems to be off center a little bit, so it's not activating as much.
Oh yeah.
But then we look at these down here, and if you want to spend 20 minutes, I believe, to a half hour looking at these, head over to our YouTube channel. Tony sat here for that long of a time, just the hard life of Tony recording this.
I knew Kyle was going to capitalize on the opportunity I gave him here, calling it the Sound Garden.
Yeah. And for that, we're walking.
We've got Disney cast crew member Monique asking, how's it been so far?
It's been very nice. It's a beautiful day. The cloud cover is kind of come and gone a little bit. Hopefully it'll return.
Yeah, it looks like it could be raining on the left side of the park and sunny on the right right now.
Yeah, for anybody who has not visited Walt Disney World, especially during the summer season, it's best just to walk. I'm an umbrella person. I know Doobie. What are you, Mac? Are you umbrella or poncho?
That depends. Oh, if between those two, definitely umbrella. But typically it's just I don't prepare for it and just brave the weather.
Yeah, I did that for far too many pairs of shoes.
Yes, that is the problem. It's the wet shoes that's what gets you.
Yeah, the umbrella, no matter what, if it's raining, you're going to end up with wet shoes because...
Right, the umbrella only saves so much.
Yeah, and you'll find at least 100 puddles everywhere. Right.
All right, so I asked you before, how much you've tried. What's one thing that you really liked from Flower and Garden so far?
I could not answer that because my brain for Flower and Garden, because we're so far into it, I'm still now it's all just combined. Flower and Garden, Fest of the Arts.
I know, yeah, I know what you mean. I was just thinking, the two of us, we actually hung out at Flower and Garden. I mean, what feels like it was several months ago at this point.
Yeah.
That was still during Flower and Garden, so.
So now we are walking back into Morocco. I just feel like we don't spend enough time in this pavilion.
I know. This is one of my favorites to explore too. There's just it goes so much further back than you would think as you're just making your way around.
No, and it's so beautifully detailed. It is sad that during COVID, Disney pretty much took over everything, which is why we have still many of these shops, and of course, the restaurant has been closed. I mean, I think this is still, out of all of the Disney World parks, this area is still the suffering the most from COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're back to normal pretty much everywhere else at this point.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that there's some work going on. I'm not looking through these bushes, but there may be a massive crane on that side.
Good morning,
Okay.
Mitchell.
But yeah, this entire area used to be so rich because uh, the Marrakesh company was the ones who were in charge of it all. So all these shops had actual clothing
Mm-hmm.
from Morocco. Now it's Disney's in charge, so we have our um, photo op with Aladdin or Jasmine,
Right.
some basic merch out along the water, and then a few places to snack.
Which I'm never opposed to a few places to snack.
No.
That might actually be the title of my biography.
Yes. Few Places to Snack by Michael Mack. Yeah, so you come out here to what used to just be kind of the more of a basic, generic um, Moroccan village, and this is where you actually find the merchandise that is brought over. And
Yeah, I believe they do have some Disney merchandise in here now too.
Yeah, they came with, all of the World Showcase pavilions have Disney merchandise, and I feel like the merch team knocked it out of the park with this.
Yeah, I love that sweatshirt.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at for tea, the storybook sketches that are great.
Now, if you look up behind you, is a Boo hiding somewhere?
Actually, I just looked up and there's
Oh,
Boo
there you
hiding. That's interesting. Oh,
I've noticed a few of them in that shop there. They're kind of hiding all around. There you go.
Yeah, we see at least 4.
That's a fun little scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
No, the tag kind of gives them away on that one.
Yeah. Because even though I don't reach the doorway, the tag still hits me on the head.
He's got a CVS receipt hanging from his tail.
Yep. I haven't eaten at Spice Road Table since it changed over from like sit down to just kind of small meals. But Spice Road Table is always a fun one to go to.
You know, I've never eaten there, and I've only heard good things, so it's on my list.
Oh, there's a nice breeze that is cooling us off just before the rain downpour hits.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're in Florida for the summer and you're enjoying a nice breeze, just know that breeze means that the rain is coming.
Yep. I mean, tomorrow is the start of hurricane season.
It feels like hurricane season is roughly 10 months long.
Yep. No, and I feel like this, I mean, I'm no meteorologist at all, but this could be a pretty busy hurricane season, just judging by the looks of the past year and how the amazing weather has been working against us in other places in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to keep in mind when you're planning your travels to Walt Disney World as well.
Yes, if I can give one suggestion, take the travel insurance. Ask whenever you book if that covers, hurricanes, because some don't, some do. But again, why you should go with a travel agent, MEI Travel, not Span Travel, because they can answer those questions and help give you the recommendation. Because as somebody who has been on vacation and experienced a loss of a friend, that is one of the most challenging things in the world, is to try to keep your mind straight with something so dramatic going on in your life and trying to get home. Wow, bring us down a little bit, why don't you? So yeah, we're cutting through France. Let's go to the arcade, shall we?
Sure, not the arcade you might be thinking of, but yeah.
Sadly, no. No Frogger here. Although that would be hilarious, having Frogger in France.
That would be the fitting game to have, yeah.
Yes. But the goal, you're actually one of the car drivers. Your goal is to hit the frog. Wow. There we go. We just came up with a brand new game. 70 minutes for Remy's Ratatouille adventure. Which
70 minutes, that's not too bad for a relatively new attraction.
Yeah. No, especially right now, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, middle of the day. It's going to be one of the busier times of the day right now. I've only done Remy's once since it opened here at Epcot. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like it's a relatively longer wait compared to some of the other attractions in this park. And Epcot already is a park where I don't do many attractions. I tend to, if I remember to get my boarding group, I'll do Guardians of the Galaxy. But aside from that, it's mostly just to walk around and enjoy typically the food and drinks, but just the park in general.
Is that a cat?
I did see Aurora out there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. She's out enjoying the beautiful French countryside.
And usually you would see, if you were to look off to the right, that's where Belle would typically be meeting.
She was not out as we were walking past.
Yeah.
There was a line, so I'm guessing she would going to be heading out shortly. As we head up and over the bridge, Minnie has been meeting up on the bridge.
Yeah.
And Daisy is down next to the shops, and there she is.
I've also seen Goofy over there where Daisy is right now. I saw somebody else where Minnie typically is also. I can't remember who I saw there.
That's one of the interesting things about Epcot, especially over here in Buy American Adventure. You will often see some, as long as I don't get blown away, you'll often see some characters you don't normally see out. I know I was here a few weeks ago, and we saw Rafiki, we saw Launchpad, Baloo, Chippendale, and that's because all the characters aren't automatically trained to interact and sign their names. Mm-hmm. So this will be their training location.
Okay, gotcha.
And there are definitely times, as we're heading closer towards not so scary time, you'll see random characters appearing all over Walt Disney World property that you definitely won't see.
Is Minnie out here right now? Yeah, there she is.
She is.
Couple questions. Monique, so far the day has been great. It's a beautiful day at Epcot. And then Mitchie's asking for camera recommendations. Jeremiah, you're just using your phone right now, right?
I am. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I usually upgrade my phone far too often because I always fall for Apple. Hey, our phone is going to be better this time. So I'll probably stick with this one for a little while unless the 15, launches me into space.
Right. Well, I'm sure they will say something along those lines, and you'll buy in hook, line, and sinker again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the exact opposite. I've had my phone for way too long, and it's time for an upgrade. But that is all I use for these live streams too, and yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah, we've been doing these for 3 years now. Yeah, just about 3 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think both you and I pretty much have gotten it down where we just hook up our phones, go, and then just talk and talk and talk.
Yep.
Here's some interesting going on over here.
Yeah. What? Are they?
Yeah. I'm guessing that it has something to do with the window for the DuckTales game that was down there.
Okay.
Or, they are building the Mary Poppins attraction and we just don't know anything about it. But yeah, they have the walkway that used to lead into Christopher Robin's room with Winnie the Pooh. That's all uncovered, and they have multiple layers. So it's definitely some work on the back side that isn't normally a guest-facing side.
Now that does describe your typical gym trip as well, right? You're typically working on the backside?
I am typically working on the backside, yes.
Hello, Love Pups.
No, that was actually a real... Oh, you were saying hello to somebody. I was like, we just had a butterfly fly past.
No, I said love pugs, not love bugs.
Oh.
It is love bug season, unfortunately, in Central Florida, too. Although I haven't seen that many.
No, I think... love bugs, if it's a colder winter, they don't show up, and we definitely had some cold winter days this year, so that's when everybody's like, I hate the cold. No, you hate the cold, or you have to wash off your car every 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, you're welcome, Mitchie. And yes, I would recommend a gimbal as well. That is the way to go.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, even with the new phones, the stabilization isn't as good as the gimbal.
Mm-hmm.
There we have. I'm just gonna call. I'm gonna shame Pooh. I'm gonna say Fat Pooh right there. That's
Fluffy Pooh. That's Fluffy.
He is beyond fluffy at this point. His shirt has gotten smaller and smaller.
You know what? He looks kind of swollen. Like maybe he has a honey allergy or something.
That's it. He's allergic to the honey, so he's blown up because of that. We just need to go to EpiPen. Tigger is also kind of getting there.
Yeah. Well, Tigger looks like he's been in the gym.
Yeah, and then Piglet, I don't know. Piglet is just a giant fluff. And then Eeyore looks perfect.
Piglet has evolved. He is just pig now.
Yes. I'm not sure what these cast members are doing. Oh.
Is that a pinboard or is that a menu?
No, they're doing one of those fun games.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice to see these sorts of things coming back more and more.
Yes.
Although I haven't seen a Woo Square in quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
I do miss the Woo Squares. Those are always fun. And usually I'm not a big Woo person, but I love them.
What do we call this? Okay.
But yeah, it's, what do we call it? It's, proper English versus...
Okay, so it's like a UK language type of thing. It's fun.
Yeah, I think it's they have the list, and then you say what you call it or they call it.
Okay.
Because there was chips, which is obviously French fries,
right? And
then they had first floor, which would be, I don't want to say
first floor
flat. Here's somebody who's been out more and more.
Oh wow!
Over on this side, because Alice is out by the tea garden where Mary Poppins often changes out, but yeah, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I've never seen her over there.
Yeah, she's been out the past couple of times I've walked by.
Very cool. Mary Poppins is, by the way, one of those characters that just is absolutely spot on every time you see her. I mean, I guess I could have just said she's practically perfect, but
Exactly. No, when I was in Paris a few weeks ago, they had Mary Poppins, Bert, and a penguin out. And
I'm sorry,
the penguins.
but like I haven't seen a penguin.
In Paris, they were out.
Oh, in Paris. Okay, I
Yes.
missed that part. Sorry.
Yeah, I know the wind was a little strong. Hang on, I feel like we may be waiting here for a second. Or they're just randomly taking people backstage.
Oh, that's interesting. And they haven't used the World Showplace in a little while. They were for a while using it for all of the festivals.
Yeah. But they definitely just grabbed some guests and then kind of said, "Hey, do you want to come back here?" Took them through the door and then closed the door.
Interesting.
And again, this is one of the areas, much like over by the American Adventure or the bridge, where they will often test. And let me see, we're just kind of strolling up. We're not going to be looking through. Can you see?
There's some people back there. That's all I can really see, though.
You know how we're talking about the testing for Not So Scary? Jack is back there.
Ah, okay. Jack Skellington, not
Jack Skellington, yeah. And I'm guessing that on the other side may have been Sally.
Now, testing, do we think we're going to see a different version of those characters?
No, because they don't meet year round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're pulling back the curtain. If the magic's being spoiled, you're on the wrong channel right now. But yes, Jack, because he's not out year round, they have to train a new Jack and a new Sally each year.
Get used to those costumes. And get used to being friends with Jack and Sally is what I meant to say.
Yes. They keep opening the door, so I'm just kind of trying to walk up
and ring around.
Yeah.
Just cough. Look over here. I'm wondering if they would.
Can we sneak in?
Unfortunately, no, we are done for now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the gimbal is probably not ideal.
Well, they had also just let in about 20 people in front of me, so yeah, it was definitely no, we're not going to let you in because you have a gimbal, and you asked. But yeah, it looked like Jack and Sally were back there.
Okay. Which Jeremiah and I are looking forward to the Halloween season. So.
Yes. Which I'm again surprised we have not heard anything today about Halloween anywhere.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna get into the summer here, and then we'll start getting some announcements. I'm sure.
I'll get
it. So let's stick around a little bit, and then we'll head over to the land.
Yeah, do me a favor real quick. Take one more look across the lagoon here.
You mean that's such a nice view?
I mean, it's a beautiful day out there, so yeah. The lack of barges here, of course, is what we're highlighting.
Yep, no tacos.
Although, if you look to the left there at the Mexico Pavilion, you will find some tacos over there, and actually, some really good ones for Flower and Garden. So.
Oh, sweet. What? Yeah, so there you go. As I was saying about testing for Halloween, Jack and Sally are out testing right now.
Yeah.
The way it looked, if you happen to go onto Mouse Steps Twitter account because they were definitely some of the people who walked up and just seconds before I did and said, "Can we go in?" And they let them in. They will have photos up later on.
Very cool. Mitchie says he's never been to Florida, but it looks less crowded compared to Disneyland. I know you're someone who has frequented both at different times of your life. And did you find that to be the case?
Disney World is built to accommodate more people.
Yeah.
So no, it is. I would never say Disney World is less crowded than Disneyland. It's just there's more space for everybody.
Well, I think, I think it's less crowded, but I don't think, it's not fewer people. It's just that they're more dispersed. So there's less of it's not as congested in certain areas like you were saying.
Yes, and there are also times where this walkway you cannot walk through. So
oh, absolutely, yeah. This is not exactly the busiest day here at Epcot right now.
No, yeah. So as somebody who has frequented, I grew up in California, so I know the days where you just kind of stand there and look and can't see a space anywhere, to where Disneyland walkways can be like this, but those are far and few between anymore. Where here, the food and wine booths separate people, and then of course the fact that this park is twice as big. I don't remember what the size difference for Disneyland to here is, but Disneyland can fit in the parking lot of the Magic Kingdom is the famous saying for that.
Of course, one of the best parts of Flower and Garden is this flower quilt up here.
I love this quilt. This is always the time where I'm like, okay, now everything is right with the world.
For a few months.
Yeah, or half a year now.
Yeah, it's fair.
But it is always interesting to see how long this stays in place, because sometimes it'll go through summer into the fall, even though it's Flower and Garden, it carries over into Food and Wine. But I will say that these flowers are massive. And here, let me give you a perspective.
Let's go, Red.
Usually it's just a little bit of growth above the ground. These are above my knee.
Yeah, it does look very well grown in right there.
Yeah. And then ahead of us, we have a future expansion space of EPCOT.
Now, oddly, it's getting a little bit choppy over in this area here, so
That's weird.
Better off towards the land a little bit.
Yeah, let's head over that way. I think it's also, there's a bigger concentration.
Already smoothing out a little bit here.
Oh, and here's something I'm going to have to come back and do. It's not so much a magic shot as it is a annual pass shot.
Yeah. For the VI pass holder days.
Yes.
And again, if you missed the top of this video, you can head over to the Creation Shop to pick up your Figment magnet if you are a Walt Disney World annual pass holder.
Yeah, we'll head into the land so you can see the designated annual pass holder area where you check in and they give you a sticker that is a small sticker that looks just like the magnet, and then they give you a choice of the Cookie Crunch M&Ms or Zarg Nuts.
Which I still need to go get some Zarg Nuts.
Yeah. I do have a bag for you. I realized that the other day. And then
those M&M Cookie Crunch, or those Cookie Crunch M&Ms are very good too. So.
Yes. Winnie the Pooh is out. He's over
catching butterflies.
Yeah, but I think he's hiding because the wind he doesn't want his kite to fly away.
Jeremiah, we have a question here. Have you ridden Tron Light Cycle Run?
A few times, yes. I love it. I mean, I'm definitely biased because I love Tron, but you've also ridden it. What are your takes on it, Mac?
Yeah, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Jeremiah and I just wrote it together a couple of days ago, but I don't know if I wanted to highlight that question. But yeah, I got to ride at the front row for the first time the other day, and that is a really cool experience. I prefer front row on roller coasters, but I would never really recommend waiting whatever extra time you typically have to get the front row. Um, this one we just kind of ended up getting put there, and I definitely recommend doing it if you get the chance.
Yeah, it is also an attraction that it, I don't even think this is a pun. It's just a stupid thing I'm going to say. The difference between day and night is day and night. Um, yeah. But
I like
if
it.
you do, it is an attraction that if you get the chance to buy the individual lightning lane earlier in the day and then do a boarding group for later in the night, the night rides are just spectacular.
Now, I want to point this out too because this has been a big talking point among us Disney people recently. You do have to show up within your arrival time window for your boarding group for Tron Light Cycle Run. Whereas with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, you can pretty much show up anytime after your group has been called and they'll let you in. Tron is much more strict because they know a lot of guests are going to want to ride at night. So it can be a little bit tricky to guarantee yourself a nighttime ride. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of one of the killers of Fast Pass back in the day, of the people that would go around, collect the Fast Passes, and then at night just go and use them all at one time. So that's
Right.
why they started to enforce you have to do your specific ride time. So I'm not going to actually go into the AP lounge with this, or the AP area, but we'll go downstairs and kind of skirt around the outside. As I was saying, they have the M&Ms, they have the Zarg nuts. It is one or the other per person. You don't get multiples. And then they also
Unless you keep
have,
going back, I guess, right?
yeah. They also do have a water station. And then, as you can see coming up on the right, the annual pass holder wall. Inside the annual pass area, they do have specific tables with characters on it: Figment, Orangebird, Mickey, Minnie.
It's pretty crowded in there too. Look at that. Lots of
Yeah,
pass
there's
holders.
there's actually a line to find a seat. Hang on, let me see. M&M's.
Very cool. I did see also 5-minute wait for Living with the Land.
Oh,
Anytime you see that, you gotta take advantage of it. Oh, okay.
yeah, the one little Spartan grape shake sounds a lot like the one from
Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, Festival of the Arts. That
Yeah.
was really good, but at the same time, my sugar level
Yes.
went through the roof.
Yeah.
And then the dome cake, you can tell where you can get the dome cake because it's the only spot that actually has a line, and it is only an annual pass holder exclusive. So.
Sunshine Season, by the way, has some good food. So if you haven't
Yes.
tried it out for lunch or for dinner, if you're looking for a quick service in the park, I know there's always a festival going on at Epcot. There's always some really good food, but those are not edible ponchos, to my knowledge.
No, but it is interesting to see the prices on a very large card. No, and I'm standing here hungry and smelling all this. And, yeah. So
Jeremiah, you could squeeze into a child-sized poncho, save a little money, right?
I don't even like squeezing into an adult-sized poncho, so I can't imagine my head trying to squeeze through. It's entertaining to watch people put on the poncho that they just paid $11.26 for, and not taking the time to put it on. They just kind of shove it on, and then they end up ripping the neck.
Right.
And then it's like, you just paid that much for that.
But that is the Disney poncho guarantee you've got there, right? Like you can always then exchange it.
Nope.
No, is that not a thing anymore?
I've never heard that. Although, again,
right. Yes, we're umbrella people for sure. But
Yeah.
from what I've heard from some friends, that you can, if your Disney poncho gets ruined in some way, you can then take it back and they will replace it for you. Although
That's
maybe that's
something-
not those, because I thought the ponchos used to be like $20 or something like that.
Yeah. Nope, but so that's it. We're calling it quits here.
All right, wrapping it up while in the AC for a little bit here.
Yeah, before the rain and possibly just turning around and getting some food.
All right, so we have nothing else for you today, at least as far as I can tell. I don't know, of course, if there's any breaking news that we feel like we need to jump online and talk about. We'll be doing that for sure. But let's see, what do we have tomorrow? Anything?
Not
No,
that I
good.
know of. I think not until Saturday with Doobie and Gideon for Disney Trivia. But I'm sure
Ooh,
that we
which
have.
is-
Do we have the morning show going?
Nothing is scheduled, so
Yeah. Always stay tuned to our Facebook, or everything that gets scheduled will pop up there, so you can know up to the latest. And you should always like, subscribe, ring the bell on our YouTube channel, because everything we do also is on YouTube and Facebook. And
Yeah,
thank you for all of you who have been sticking with me for this past almost hour and a half.
yeah, it was a good long walk around Epcot. It's a nice day out, so lots to take in at Epcot right now. Thanks, Jeremiah, for making the walk while I sat at home. I mean, at Laughing Place HQ.
Yep, now you got to turn around and play X-Men, I know. Okay.
All right,
Again,
bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.